Yeah. So yesterday we stopped near the methods. Like I gave a small introduction about the methods and I stopped. So I left one topic yesterday, that is copy constructor. So you will be learning the copy constructor today, and why we will be using the copy constructor. I will be giving a small example. So yesterday what I told, the methods is a block of code. So coming to methods, now a method is a block of code which only runs when it is called. So the method, like this block of code. See, this is a block of code. This is a one method. Okay, this is a block of code. When I call that method, na at that time only that method will be running. So what is the next point? You can pass the data inside the parameters. So I will show that example now. So you can pass the data inside the parameters uh, of the methods. And next is methods are used to perform certain actions, like functions. Like how I can tell is, like any action that you want to perform. Like for example, I'll be having I'll show in practical manner that one. And the next thing is, the coming to the next point, like why we use methods are to reuse the code, as I told you yesterday, no, to reuse the code. If I want to print the same code 3 to 4 times, the multiple times I'll be calling again the same method. Okay, so if I run this, so see, have written only once. Okay, have written the code only once, but I have print 2 times. So I'll be using it for multiple times. So whenever I want this block of code, so at that time I'll be using. So I'll be reusing the same code by writing only one, by calling that method whenever I want. So this is what the main thing, like why we will be using the methods. So you don't worry about these 2 points. I'll be telling you in the in the program. So like coming to how to create a method. So yesterday, as I told, so first how you will be creating a class, and why how you will be creating a method. So method must be declared within a class, in the sense, so this is a class. Okay, it should be declared inside the class. So it is already declared inside the class only. So I'll take one new example and I'll show you. Said oops only. Said oops, I'll create one more package called methods. I have taken separately. Yeah, I'll take one separate package called methods. Okay, and over here I'll take another class called bike. Okay, so this is what is the first point they have told here. See, method must be declared within a class. So whenever we am creating the method, so I will be creating inside the class. That I should be declared inside the class. And what's the next point? it it is a it is defined with a name, with the like method name followed by the parenthesis. So what it means is, see, it is defined with the name, whatever the name I can give. You can give any name. So I'll take speed. Okay, so I have taken a method name called as speed, and here again Java provides some predefined methods such as like that is what like we'll be printing the statements na. So system.out.println, so on, like there are some predefined methods that is like which we use to print, but you can also create your own methods like that, this like which have been created na, like the speed. So I'll be giving here the relative to speed, like speed is equals to, for example, I've used, and I'll be giving some speed, that is 400, so on. I'll show you. So 150, so I have given the max speed of the bike is 150. So I'll be I'll be calling this. Okay, so how to call this? See, in this only you have two types. Okay, that is when you make this method as static. In this only, when you make this method as static, you don't need to create an object. Okay, when you want to, if you made this method as static, that this is a keyword. Okay, this is an access specifier. So I'll be letting you the access I'll the next concept is access specifier only, I'll be telling you, so you don't worry about this. When you make this as static, no, so at that time you will not be like you don't need to create an object, you can directly call that. How you can call? So here's the next point, how you will be calling that. Okay, here is here is one example which have been taken over here. See, like with the have taken one class, so inside that have been created one method called static dot void main method. So how this is running, I'll be telling. Okay, so here is the like explanation, you can go this over here. So the same explanation only I'll be giving. So what is that means? So when you create one method using the static keyword, you don't need to create the object. Usually you will create like object that is bike b1 is equals to new bike, right? Usually you used to do this, but you, for this method, if you want to call, there is no need of calling that. So what I'll do is just I'll do using the method name, I'll call and I'll run. See, you will get the output. So when you make this as static, you will you don't need to create an object. If you don't make that as static, you need to create an object. So you came to know like what is the static method. And coming to the next same thing, if you create normally, that is as I told you in the previous video, that is I'll create void what I will give what I can give some color, something I have taken. Okay, so here the bike is black. So when I want to call this method, okay, so at that time what I'll be doing is, sorry, this is color. Okay, so at that time what I'll be doing is I'll just go, at that time I'll be creating the object. Without creating object you cannot call this method. See, if you want, I'll run and show. See, that object is not called, so you will tell like I should call it na color. See, it is throwing, it will throw you the error. See, it is throwing an error. It's a non-static method. See, it's a non-static method, so you should create the object. Okay, it is throwing you an error, you cannot do. So when you suppose if you want to call this method, there is two options, that is you should make this as static, or you should call the non-static method using the object. So how I'll call using the object, I'll have created an object and I'll take the reference of that and then I'll call that. So when you run this, so you will be getting the output. Okay, similarly like I'll show you one example using the properties. So I'll use some properties, that is string brand and price. Okay, I've used two properties. Then I'll be initializing inside this string of n, sorry, string of b I'll take, comma int b. So I'll change this to okay. This is done. I've initialized this and inside that have taken this for calling, that have been taken like two methods. Like how I'll be calling that methods is I'll be giving the name here, that is, so what I'll pass is KTM comma okay. See, I'll be passing that over here, so I'll be passing the data to here. So how this works, I think you can see the screen, like you are able to see this font now. You are okay to with the font size. So how this works is, like, have been passed the data, so this data will be coming here with this string, and it will be stored in the reference value of this and this, okay, with the inside this parameters which have been stored now. So that data I'll be passing to this one here, brand is equals to, sorry, b is equals to brand by, just a minute, just a minute guys. See, here what is the mistake we have done is, see, if we want to call anything inside the static methods, right, so whatever the thing we want to do inside the static method means, you should make, if I want to call this property inside the properties inside the static method means, you should do this as static, this variable as static, then only you can call it inside. So that only we were getting error. So I'll be calling it now, brand is equals to D. So now I'll be printing it here. Brand, okay. And also I'll be using, I'll be giving the price. So this is how you will be calling. So again, if I want to call this integer also, I cannot simply call it as price is equals to p, I cannot. So if I make this as static only, then only I can. If I make this value as static only, then only I can call this, okay. So I'll be able to take it. So I'll be able to call here. So if I display it, see, you are getting an output. So what is the thing we have to do is, we have to make this like this variables as as static. So this is what we have to do. Okay, when we want to call it in static methods. Okay, so you understood this point, right? The next thing, the same thing, if you want to call it in the this one, that is what if you if you want to call it in non-static methods, you don't need to do anything. You can directly call it. So at that time I'll pass here, I'll be passing some data, ns 200, and I'll make it as same price or 1.5 something I'll make. Okay, so when now I print this, okay, I didn't give this one. See, I'll print it now. See, you're getting the output. So in coming to the non-static, this is non-static, okay? Non-static. This is non-static method, and this is static method. So this is static method. So done. So this is what static method and the non-static method. So if you have any doubts in this, you can ask me, guys. So this is how you will be able to call. So whenever you want to call the static methods, you need to create an you don't need to create an object. Whenever you need to call the non-static methods, you need to create an object. So go through this. So because non-static and static, and whenever you make this as public and all, like I'll be telling you, we'll be using all access specifiers. That is in next topic which you will be learning. So this, yeah, this is one small example which I have done, but the method name is different, that's all. And this one I have already told you how to call it as multiple times. Suppose if I want to call the same method multiple times, see this non-static method, if I want to call that multiple times, means just I'll be I can also change the value, that is KTM something like 200 and 250 and 390, so on I can give. Okay, and this one 180 or 150 2 and this 2.5, right? 2, 5 and 3. Sorry, this is 1 only. I can run. See, I can reuse the code multiple times. Okay, I only once have written the code, but I have been called many times. See, and what is the main point is, when you make the method a static method, no, that method will come first. The only that static methods will run first, and then this non-static methods will run. So see, first I have written the static method and the non-static method. Suppose if I reverse this also, see, I'll reverse this. Okay, and I'll run. So even though the static methods will only run, so first the static method. So another point what we have to know is, first static methods will run. So this is the like, first it will come to the static methods, because we don't need to create any object for this. Okay, this like, we don't need any like main method, anything. This is related to this class only. So this will come here, and first it will go read the like read the static method, and then it will come. So you will be coming to know clearly about like a static, what is static and all, in the like access modifier. I'll be explaining you again once again. So this is the main point you should know. Okay, and coming to the same thing, you have like I told you now, we'll be also initializing. So what all we have learned is, see, I have told you how to like directly declare, and also like using the object reference, and also using the constructors, and also I told you about the methods, like how we will be declaring it and all, how you can use the methods, and how you can declare. So now I'll be using blocks. Okay, using blocks, how you can I'll tell you. So in blocks also you can make that as static and non-static. So I'll take another example for that. That is, I'll create a new class that is called blocks, or block, anything you can give. So here I'll take one block, two blocks. Okay, so first block I'll make it as static. So I'll take some two properties, that is string of a is equals a. Just I'll declare it, I'll initialize it inside. So here also the same thing what I told over here. If you want to call that thing, na, what is that? So if you want to call the properties of properties inside the static static method or static block, anything, you should make the property as static. static. Then only you can call it inside. A is equals to static block, and I'll print it. This is a static. Okay, this is a, I'll use, and I'll call A. So this is a static block. So if I go and run, okay, I should use main method. Okay, see, you're able to access it. So but I have not created an object. Note that have not created an object, but if I want to call the properties of this, I'll be making that this like making the variables as static, and I'll do. If I don't make that as static, I will not be able to access that. So if I make that static, I'll be able to access. Coming to the blocks, and here blocks, no, if the block and some other constructor I'll create, okay, constructors and methods. Here if I'll show you. First I'll finish off this. Here A is equals to non-static it's non-static, and here it is static. So if I want to run this, I should create an object. What is the object name? I've taken blocks, right? So blocks B is equals to new blocks. Done. So here you don't need to create anything, you can directly run this. You don't need to call anything, it will directly take. It is similar as constructor, but what is the difference between this and that is, so if I create the constructor also it automatically invokes, right? Similarly the block also automatically invokes, the non-static block, it automatically invokes like when the object is created. So you don't need to call, because while calling methods and all, you will be I'll be, suppose if it is speed means speed, I'll be calling like this. Now I'll be calling that method like this. But coming to the non-static block, it is similar to the as constructors. It is, you don't need to call that. Only that thing is similar. Rest all is different. Okay. So I'll create one constructor over here, that is blocks, and I'll take string of a, and a is equals to a. A is equals to a, and sy, and I'll be constructor. So this is a constructor, right? So okay, I'll give here on a is equals to a, and I'll give here okay, done. So I have here what I have done is I have passed that thing inside the constructor only, and then have been that data will be stored in the inside this parameters. So this is assigned for the a, and I am passing it over here. I'm printing it here. Okay. So just guess how the compilation will go on. So okay, so here also first how it will run. See, first the static block will go, and then non-static, and then the constructor. So for example, I'll show you. I'll put this Control X. I'll put it here. See, if I run, also the same result you will get. Okay, because the first the non-static static block will run, and then the non-static, and the compiler. So this is how it runs, guys. So you just have an idea about the blocks. Okay, it will be useful for you. Okay, this is what today you have learned. And also, like I told you in the yesterday's class, that we'll be doing we'll be working on some different scenarios on constructors and the methods. So we'll be doing this example, guys. We'll try to do some 3 or 4. So what is the first question? So first, yeah, so I'll finish off this one. See, this is the methods. So the methods is nothing. This is what, and also I have told you the method parameters and all. So inside this only I'll be when we are doing this example, we'll come to know. So what is the first question? Is that is create a class called laptop, define a properties brand price model, and initialize the properties using the constructor, and print the details of the laptop. And the next thing is create minimum of 3 objects. So create minimum of 3 objects, like we should give the 3 objects, and we'll be giving the minimum of 3 values. Okay, so for that, again I'll take one constructor thing. So we can, whatever the examples we are doing every day, we'll go on doing the same package. CT constructors have created, and I'll create a new class called package, like what is that, laptop. Laptop. Okay, done. So what are the properties they have told to create? That is, first one is string brand. So brand is for giving like the brand, any brands you can give, and price. Price and model. Model. So this is the first example which we are going to do. So this one. Okay. So what is that is, I'll create one constructor, laptop. So I'll be just, I have declared over here, I have done till here. Okay, and I'll be initializing the properties using the constructor. So how to initialize using the constructor? That is, first you should take some, can also initialize like this, brand is equals to HP, can also you initialize like this, and so since they have told to create an object, so what I'll do is, I'll take string, because I should create more constructors if I want to do like that. And int p, comma, int of m. So here how I will be assigning that is, brand is equals to b, and price is equals to p, and model is equals to m. Okay, I'll take one print statement. I'll print the brand name is brand, next thing is model IB price, and this one I'll change it to model laptop. So this is have taken one constructor and have done. So I'll take one main method, and now I'll create an object, first object, that is laptop of L1 is equals to new laptop, and I'll be assigning the value. So this is the first object, this is the second and third. Second and third. So for first one I'll give HP and price. This one I should give in string, that is HP. Price I'll give something, and model is equals to i5. So I'll make this as string. This as string. Okay. So here I'll make it as i5, and this one i7, and this one also i5. I'll make this as some 40,000, and this as 30,000, Dell. Okay, and this one also I'll make it as HP. Okay, see, I've got an output. Why it is coming 4 times? Okay, why it is coming 4 times? Okay, yeah. See, here you have got your output. See, first is HP, that is equals to like that price HP brand, that is 20,000, and you are getting the price, and model is i5, then Dell, so you are getting all the details. So this is done. So try the next one using the object reference. Okay, this questions. Okay, you try this two questions. This one I'll be doing in the next class. This two questions I'll be doing in the next class. Now I'll do this third one. So I have done using the constructor. You do using the object reference, and using the constructor, you take one student class name as a student and give some properties for that, and then you just try this two, guys. Then this example I'll do now. You just do this you try this two examples, so I'll be doing in the next class. So here again, what we have to take in the constructor thing only, I'll create another class called, what is the question, ball. Come, I will create a class called ball, and here I'll give some properties. What are the properties? So there has to give the brand and price. So similarly, which I gave, that is string brand and int price. Okay, so the two examples which I have taken, you guys try the other two examples. So now what we have to take, we have to there, what is the question next is, we have to initialize it using the constructor. So I'll go take another constructor. So constructor name should be same as class name and one parenthesis. So I'll be inside the parenthesis, I'll take string of b and int of p. Okay, what is the error? Main method I'll take. Main method. So this one has to be given for, this value should be given for this brand. So for that, what I'll do, I'll take brand is equals to b and price is equals to p. Come back, then the next is, I'll be taking in one object called ball b1 is equals to new ball. So before that, I'll give the print statement. Okay, I'll be giving the print statement. So So just I will give brand the price of the ball is price. Okay. Okay. There are different types of ball. Sorry, the brands. Okay. So what all we can use? So I'll put some A, B, C. That's cost of some 100 rupees. The second object, the third object. Here I'll be giving some 200 and 300 or 400 BC and XYZ. I'll take. Okay, I'll print it. See, this is how you have to do, guys. So I have given two examples, so you guys just do this. I'll post this question in the group. You guys just try all these. So tomorrow we'll be learning what is an access modifiers and so on, and what is global variable and what is local variable, so on. You will be learning. Okay, so thank you guys, you can leave the class.